So before we get started, I just want to show you this really cool thing I had imported from Japan. This is a box set with a picture story of Zone Fighter. And inside you're going to see there are these large, beautiful cards. There's 20 of these that depict a Zone Fighter story. And just, wow, I love the art of these cards. This is the closest thing we'll see to what a Zone Fighter anime might have looked like. And what this box is it comes with this little record. Very flimsy, a little flimsy record. And the record tells a story, and the cards are illustrations of that story. So you listen to the record, and every time there's a chime sound, you turn to the next card.
I And one of the best things about this obscure little Zone Fighter story is that it includes an appearance by Godzilla. Listen to his roar. Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces of Zone Fighter merch, and I was able to get it through today's sponsor, Bai.jp. I'm going to put a link in the description that you can use to start your own Bai.jp account, and there you can bid on Japanese auctions, you can buy from Japanese websites, and by using my link, not only are you directly helping support this channel, but you will also get 2,000 yen of free spending money to use to save yourself some money. Bai has been a tremendous sponsor. They're the reason that I've been pumping out videos weekly lately, and again, by supporting them, you also support this channel. See if you can find a hidden treasure like I did. Okay, on to the video. Playtime! Yay! Quick! Tell me 3 things you know about the giant monster Godzilla. He wrecks cities, sure. He fights other monsters, all that's 2. He loves soccer? If you look back at Godzilla's history, there is a surprising amount of soccer. And I guess it makes sense. After all, soccer is like the 3rd most popular sport in Japan. Still though, I've found that there's no denying it. The Big G loves soccer. He loves it, even when he downright sucks at it. Oh, come on. Which brings me to today's toy, Nekketsu G League, a 1994 tabletop soccer game featuring Godzilla and other giant monsters. What? Who made this game? Sega! That's right. The same year I was playing Sonic and Knuckles, Sega released a Godzilla tabletop soccer game in Japan. Regular old tabletop soccer was a game that was available both in America and Japan in the 1990s, but the one with Godzilla and his friends was only available in Japan. Let's check it out. The box depicts clip-outs of all the kaiju in the game, mixing Showa and Heisei images. Godzilla merch often does stuff like this, but this game's got some really good cartoon art too. I wish this was the main art on the front of the box. Inside are 2 teams of 6 monsters. They're about the same size as those small kaiju finger puppets that are very popular to collect. You've got Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, Gigan, and a Mothra larva, who will act as the goalie. These little figures are really cool and one of the highlights of the set for me. Each one has a completely unique silhouette. I like these molds a lot. They definitely lean into the cute factor. Even more so than a lot of the finger puppets do. The paint on these is really nice. The box calls these guys the G League Normal Team. Imagine that as a sports team name. Here come the Miami Normals. The other team is all the same monsters and the same molds, but they're gold. Yeah, all the monsters have been touched by King Midas. So this is the G League Gold Team. Now I get it. By having the exact same monsters, no team can claim any type of advantage, and both players get their favorite characters. But I don't know if this was the perfect solution. I mean, the King Ghidorahs on both teams are gold. They're exactly the same, and it does get a little confusing. Well, here's the green field they'll be playing on with the white lines, and that art I love is on the sides here. You get 2 soccer nets that you could put down. And it's neat little apparatus that works as the scoreboard, with wheels on the back that you can turn to change the player's scores.
Now I have 2 balls here.
Yeah, I do!
I'm sorry. They're not perfectly round. They look like soccer balls you'd see on the Flintstones. You stick the monsters on these pegs, and it's pretty easy. And then you could twist these knobs, which makes the characters spin. This way they could swat at the ball with their tails. And of course you can pull the knobs in and out to move the characters around the field. One side of the board has red knobs and the other side is the yellow ones, I'm presuming for the gold team. And these handles off to the sides over here that only spin are for the goalies. And yeah, the ball goes on the field and you could use the levers to control your team, and you try to score on the other team. It's not perfect. Oftentimes it feels more like you're grazing the ball than giving it a good hit. I think the ball should have been maybe like 5% bigger. And a lot of it is chaos. This isn't the kind of thing where you're gonna complete a pass and then make an intentional score. Most scoring will be by accident. And you'll probably score on yourself too. But all this aside, I mean, look at this. The novelty alone is an absolute blast.
Pass it to me, you guys! You guys? I'm open! Over here! You guys? Hello? You guys, you guys, you guys, you guys, you guys!
What? A Godzilla made out of solid gold? Whoa, that's... Hey! Bring that ball back over here! I was distracted! Nope! This ball belongs to Gold Rodan now! Goal! I wish I could swap these players using my finger puppets, but of course these finger puppets have open bottoms. You could place them, sure, and boy, it does look good. And you could move them around, I guess. They're just not gonna spin. Which is kind of important. Still, it would just be neat if you could swap out other monsters. And I'd be able to recreate that Banpresto video game Battle Soccer that had Godzilla against other famous properties. Because I could use my Ultra Heroes here. I can even use my Ultra Monsters. Again, not really something you can play with, but it looks good. And that is Netketsu G-League Soccer. Pretty straightforward and a real fun part of the old collection. It actually reminds me a lot of the Ninja Turtles subterranean sewer hockey set I had as a kid. It's the same idea. What do you think of this Godzilla soccer toy, or Godzilla's love of soccer in general? Tell me in the comments. Based on all the stuff I've collected, I'd say Godzilla's other favorite sport is baseball, which actually is the most popular sport in Japan. But that's a conversation for another video. Until next time.